YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, it's your boy Pat Coltrane. What's up with you, baby Bubba? I said, baby Bubba, what's up with you? Don't nobody judge me. I don't want nobody judging me in here today. Okay, it's Friday, TGIF. Y'all better just turn up with your boy. Okay, just turn up with your boy. I'm gonna try not to hold y'all too long, but I'm gonna be honest. I got kind of bored. And this Scott Fitterer presser came out. I didn't get a chance to watch it live because I was doing something else. And then I had some downtime. I said, you know what? I'm going to watch this live. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to watch this live. I ain't got nothing else to do. Y'all ain't got nothing else to do. I know some of y'all at work. But shoot. Y'all can still listen to the kid. You hear me? Let's get into these shout outs. And then I'm going to listen to Scott Fitterer, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give y'all the real. If he say some good stuff, I'm going to be honest. If he say some good stuff, I'm going to say that was some good stuff. If he say some bad stuff, I'm going to say that was some bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know how Scott Fitterer love when things going good. Oh, yeah. He want to be seen. Shout out to Scott Fitterer, man. You know what I'm saying? But y'all not going to see it. Y'all not going to see it until too late. Nathan, what's up with you, man? My man's Keeb in here with 9 Lives Panther Podcast. What's up with you? Jeff R, what's going on with you? Yo Nails, my girl Angel Eyes Fancy. I see ya. D Cash, Ms. Rain, what's up with you? My man's AJ Lindsay. What's up with you, dog? Trillwin, what's going on with you, man? Hey, do what you got to do, man. Go ahead. You ain't doing nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Just tell the boss, man, you need an extended lunch, 30 minutes at least. 30 minutes. At least. Granddazzy 12, what's going on with you, dog? James Cameron, what's going on? The infamous 47. W Brown 544, what's going on with you? I got your back. Don't even worry about it. You know your boy got your back. You hear me? We gonna get through this thing together. Roosevelt Mungo, what's going on with you? My man's OFWGKT8001, what's up with you? Ben, what's up with you? Or maybe it's a Ben L. It don't even matter, Ben. You the man. My man's 89 J Studs with the super chat. First thing. He says a lie. Appreciate that super chat. He said, baby Bubba, breaking news, Pat Coltrane coming out of retirement and sign a 3-year extension. No. Like I said, don't nobody get on here judging me. I don't want to see nobody say, Pat, I thought you said you was retired. Don't do me like that. Okay? Just let me go out the way I want to go out, okay? Moneybags Lawson, what's up with you? My man's Trey HG 10 Tizzy. I see you. Cosmic Tron. Cha. One. Y'all get them likes up for your boy one time, because people don't know I'm live. So y'all get them likes up. Nick N. My man's Lee Mitchell. Priscilla, what's going on with you? Priscilla Addison. Crosby, what's up with you? My Car Hits. Josh, the real HH Entertainment. Joe Johnson. Omar Tillman, what's up with you? Y'all watch this presser yet? I hope it's entertaining. I hope I don't hold y'all here. Like I said, I haven't watched it yet. But I'm going to watch it. And I hope it's entertaining. I hope I can I have some stuff I'll be able to get some feedback on. You know what I'm saying? Scott, I want you to say all the right things. You know what I'm saying? I want you to say all the right things. You hear me? Okay? I believe you can get right, Scott. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here to make sure that Panther fans don't get too excited like I be getting. You know what I mean? A little bit of Panther news. Let me go ahead and talk about this because it came out yesterday and it's on my mind. They bought back Justin Burris. I think that's a solid sign. I know a lot of folks don't like Justin Burris, but Justin Burris played very well at safety, in my opinion. Okay? In my opinion. Y'all hit them likes button. Them is free. You ain't got to hit no super chat. You ain't got to hit the cash out. Hit the like button for your boy. But Justin Burris is back. And like I said, I tweeted this yesterday. They're going to take care of that secondary now. You know what I'm saying? They're going to take care of that secondary. You hear me? Omar Tillman said, he said, yeah, I have it. I have Pat. It wasn't funny like if Rule did. Dang. My car hit says, I seen it. Sam is gone. Okay. But let's see what I get from this.
Most flexibility, like to be able to take the best available. So I thought we did that. We went out and attacked some positions in need. We took care of the defensive backs, fixed the offensive line as best we could. And so I'm excited where we're at. I think we did a lot of good things, and it really frees us up for the draft. And so we can go multiple ways with that first pick.
Okay.
So with that, I'll just open it up.
Do you feel like there are any realistic options at this point to trade with another team at quarterback based on what's potentially out there?
I haven't had any conversations recently with teams about that. I think we'll explore every option, whether it's the draft or trades. It's just the team's got to call you, and no one's called us, recently about that.
Oh man. Okay, I'm kind of confused by that question now. Is he saying, have we been trying to trade for QBs, or teams calling the trade for our QB? It sounded like he was trying to say, maybe. Let me run that back. I'm sorry, y'all.
Recently with teams about that.
Do you feel like there are any realistic options at this point to trade with another team at quarterback based on what's potentially out there?
Yeah.
I haven't had any conversations recently with teams about that.
Okay.
I think we'll explore every option, whether it's the draft or trades. It's just the team's got to call you, and no one's called us, recently about that.
Don't nobody want to talk to y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Ain't nobody been calling the Panthers, man. Ain't nobody been calling the Panthers, dog. He said they gotta want to trade. They not calling. Ain't nobody talking to us. Yeah. Trey HG, I appreciate that super chat. He said Pat going through withdrawals, not. He said Pat going through withdrawals, not going live. I'm gonna be honest. It might be withdrawals. It might be, but I was honestly kind of bored. And I said I ain't got nothing else to do. I might as well. Priscilla Addison, I appreciate that super chat, girl. Foolishness. Yo, ain't nobody been calling y'all, man. Ain't nobody. Not only do players not want to come here, like teams don't even. What happened to all this stuff about teams inquiring about C-Mac? I know he mentioned QB, but it sounded like he meant trades. Period. When it came to draft and all that, he was like, teams got to call you, and nobody ain't been calling. I'm sorry. Let me finish. Let me go ahead. Y'all can go watch this live. It's on Twitter. I don't know if it's on YouTube, but I know it's on Twitter. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube.
How much easier was it to go through the free agency process, having a somewhat full offseason? I mean, last year you got here pretty early, but having a scouting department in place, how much easier was that?
I think it was huge. Just, to be able to spend time with Coach, his staff, you learn your staff, who can you trust as scouts, who are the guys that you can really lean on to evaluate. And I thought we really did a good job.
Look, let me tell y'all something. One thing about Fitterer, this man cannot lie. Okay, that's what I appreciate about his pressers, because he can't lie. Okay, Matt Rule's gonna try to lie, be stuttering and stuff. This man be telling the truth, and he be exposed to so much. Like last year when he said, when he kind of contradicted Matt Rule about the offensive lineman arm lengths and stuff, he was like, I don't know why people keep talking about this arm length. You can, you don't need to have the longest arm, da 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 da. He didn't know he was really exposing, like, you talking to Matt Rule. Now here it is. Here he talking about, now you know who you can trust as a scout. You ain't supposed to say that, but now you know who you can trust as a scout. Man, Scott, you all right, man. You all right with me. You is all right with me, dog. This man can't.
The addition of Dan Morgan really helped this year. Pat Stewart, all of the guys, all of our pro guys, they wrote a ton of reports. Last year, we didn't quite have the volume that we were comfortable with. And so it was a real emphasis going into it this year. hey, let's beef up this the scouting reports so we can make informed decisions. And it really allowed us to do a lot of different things during the draft having that.
Last time we talked, you said Sam's got to get a lot better in order for him to kind of hold on to that spot. You said you were going to be really aggressive in getting a quarterback. But obviously, it hasn't happened yet. Maybe it will. Who knows? Maybe you. But are you comfortable with him as your starter? If that's where
I like that question.
Yeah, the whole key is bringing Sam along. You know, we threw him in last year, kind of limited OTAs and everything that we had. You know, we have to develop our own guys, and PJ Walker as well. But I think we will look to add to the group as well. I think we need, that's one emphasis going into this, whether it's through the draft, trade.
See, I'm now getting upset. Now I'm getting upset. Now I'm getting upset. Cause now I'm getting upset. It wasn't about, oh, let's just bring Sam along like he's just depth. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Who wants to do that? Who wants to take on $18 million just to bring some guy along? No. And who trades away your starting quarterback? Who trades away the starting quarterback? Slow it down now, Fitty. We want to develop some of our guys. No, not. I mean, just be real. Be real like you was talking last season. You needed somebody. You know Sam ain't the quarterback. You know you messed up. Oh, now we just want to bring him along.
Whatever it may be, we're going to add to the room.
Are you closer to keeping Sam today than you were like 3 months ago, maybe?
Yeah, Sam's on the roster as I sit here right now.
Oh, is he?
He's on the roster.
Oh,
he's he's in the lead for that job. You know, we want him to take it and run with it. But we're going to add a lot of competition to that room. The whole emphasis is to stabilize that quarterback position and play winning football.
I agree.
That's what we're working towards.
Do you have a better idea of this quarterback class, having been out on the road with Matt this week?
Yeah, you know, when you watch guys on tape, you can get a feel for how they play, how they move in the pocket. The important thing for pro days is, number one, you can judge their arm, like the velocity on the ball, their touch on the ball. And then number two, how do they interact with their teammates? You know, who's bringing the energy to the room? Who's got the leadership style? And I thought we saw that out of all three guys we saw this week. And people asked why we didn't go to Ritter's pro day. We spent a lot of time with him at the Senior Bowl, at the Combine. We know he's got the leadership to him. So it's important for us to spend time on the road this week with those three guys that we did.
Did you get a chance to go to dinner with any of them? We kind of heard about Tomlin having dinner with Willis. Did you guys get a chance to?
We tried to with Corral, and then they're so booked up. We did a late flight, and we were able to fly into town. It was tough to get with them, but we did meet with them on the side.
They tried to go to dinner with Corral, okay? So y'all know I'm going to say it. You can't stop this joke. Y'all see the joke coming. You cannot stop the joke, okay? They tried to take Corral to Golden Corral. Yeah. You cannot stop the joke. You couldn't, even if you tried. But anyway, they say they tried to meet up with Corral, and Corral stood him up. He did not want to go to Corral. He did not want to go to Golden Corral. So no, they didn't take. You did all that talk about, oh yeah, we tried. Hey, you ain't tried, man. Y'all got 6th pick in the draft, man. Y'all got 6th pick in the draft. Y'all know y'all wasn't trying to take nobody out to eat, man. Okay, I hope somebody would have. I wish somebody would have went with at least Malik. You know what I'm saying? You should at least try Kenny. At least Kenny Pickett. Y'all could have went with Kenny Pickett. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We tried to hit up Corral to take him to Golden Corral.
But we didn't do like a formal dinner.
Have you talked to Cam, and where do you guys sit?
Matt's talked to Cam. So I've reached out a couple times. Matt talked to him. The thing with Cam, it's got to be a fit for us, and it's got to be a fit for him just as well. I mean, he's looking for a certain opportunity, and the door is still open for us. We're very open to Cam. We'll see where it goes. He knows where we stand. I think he and Matt had a really good conversation, from my understanding. And so, we'll just see where it goes.
Take a note. Take a note for everybody. Take a note, pretty please. Take a note for everybody who think everything that the team do that you like is Fitterer, and then everything you don't like is Matt. So make sure y'all write this down. Matt is talking to Cam. Cam not even talking to Fit, okay? He not even talking to us, so take a note. I got to do this kind of stuff. I'm sorry. I got to do this kind of stuff. Josh said Cam said no. Real F. Dixon said other words, Cam said no. And I agree. Cam should not come back. But if by chance he do, y'all keep in mind, I don't want to see no laser eyes because it's Matt who doing the leg work. And I'm pretty sure he's not doing a good job, so don't expect him to come back. I wouldn't even want to talk to that dude. For real.
One pick in the top 125 make you more inclined to go for an immediate impact player versus a project quarterback or something like that? Just how important is it to hit on that pick knowing you only have the one in the top 125?
I don't like that question.
That's why we did what we did in free agency, so we can have those options. You absolutely want to hit on that pick, and it's hard to pass on, whether it's a cornerstone left tackle, whether it's a pass rusher. But quarterbacks are hard to find, and sometimes you have to swing to take a shot at these guys.
Uh-oh.
And if you miss, you can't stop swinging. You have to take a shot again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the most important position on the field. So there's a lot of ways we can go. Quarterback is definitely one of them, and we do like these guys.
What do you feel like people are done right now, as of right now in free agency, or are there other position groups you may still want to target?
I feel really good about where we're at as a roster right now. I thought we filled a lot of depth on the offensive line, linebacker, along the defensive line, especially in the defensive backfield. I think we're a much better roster.
Man, what are you talking about? Hold on. See, y'all listen to this and be like, oh, yeah, Scott, yeah.
People are done right now, as of right now in free agency, or are there other position groups you may still want to target?
I feel really good about where we're at as a roster right now. I thought we filled a lot of depth on the offensive line.
Filled a lot of depth on the offensive line. I agree, but the offensive line, to me, still ain't ready yet.
Linebacker.
False. No.
Along the defensive line, especially in the defensive backfield. I think we're a much better roster right now than we were a year ago. We don't just have the frontline guys, we have depth. And that was the biggest thing going into this.
But that's
we
all we
have guys
got
that are
is
real pros and real leaders. And
okay.
So I like where we're at. We do need to add a couple more spots. Quarterback being one.
Mm-hmm.
If we can add competition at left tackle, we'll do that as well. Or pass rusher. The thing
Okay,
about the
then.
offensive line is,
I agree with that. You kind of scared me for a second. I agree with that. Maybe I just need to stop and listen.
with Brady Christensen, he gives us so much versatility. And with Bozeman and Elfline, and then, obviously Corbett. We were watching tape yesterday of the Rams, and Corbett was, standing out. We were really, happy to see him play that well. Obviously, we liked him when we signed him. And then Taylor Moton, just that rock on the right side. So we like where we're at right now. We're excited about this year and where this is going to go with this team.
Can you expand upon what Bozeman and Corbett do well and why you thought they'd be upgrades and ideal fits here?
I think they're tough guys. I think they play square. Last year we were like the quicker, getting off the ball, attacking type. These guys can sit back and play square. They can build that wall up the middle. I think last year you saw, Sam and Cam had guys in their face way too often. I think these guys can sit in there, play square, and they give us a toughness and a stoutness that we lacked last year.
And I know you said you want to add depth at tackle, but could you field a starting five offensive line group that you feel confident in right now?
I feel really good about the offensive line right now.
Right now.
If we have a chance to add one more, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Scott, can you kind of take
He's saying some good stuff.
Deshaun, your involvement in that, and why do you feel like that didn't work out?
Okay. This one.
And then moving on from that.
Yeah. The thing about Deshaun, I know it's a really sensitive matter. Really not going to get into that today, just out of respect for everyone involved. But that's where we're standing. I'm not going to get into it today.
Use Mark. I'm sorry, you ain't no Mark, but that's a Mark move. Don't. Oh my gosh, y'all, no, dog, No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. I don't know what he gonna say after this. I don't know what he gonna say after this. But y'all chased this man for a whole year. Now all of a sudden, it's a sensitive subject. It does something to us when we talk about it. It's so many people involved. Y'all wasn't thinking about them females a year ago. Now all of a sudden, we don't. Deshaun is such a sensitive subject. We don't want to talk about it. I ain't calling him no Mark, but it made me think like, dang, Mark will say something like that. Don't do that stuff, bruh. This one you should have been asked. You should have said what happened. Now all of a sudden, because you got a lot of fans saying we was in the thick of it. Reports were that he was almost a Carolina Panther. Now all of a sudden, no, this is about the women, and the women, we trying to protect the women. I can't believe he got away. I can't believe he got away with it. And all of a sudden, it's just a sensitive subject. I don't want to talk about it. Oh my gosh. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry.
Way too often. I think these guys can sit in there, play square, and
Yo,
they give us like a toughness and
Moni, what up?
that we lacked last year.
And I know you said you want to add depth at tackle, but could you field a starting five offensive line group that you feel confident in right now? With their
I feel
Big
really good
facts,
about the
Miss
offensive
Rain.
line right
Big
now.
facts.
And if we have a chance to add one more,
Put that right there up
we'll
under
do
there.
Scott, can you kind of take us through the Deshaun, your involvement in that, and why do you feel like that didn't work out, and then moving on from that?
Yeah, the thing about Deshaun, I know it's like a really sensitive matter. Really not going to get into that today, just out of respect for everyone involved. But
What are you talking?
That's where we're standing. I'm not going to get into it today.
Was it disappointing that it didn't work out?
You know what? It's probably more high profile than a lot of other times. There's a lot of opportunities that don't work out. It's just how we bounce back and what's next. And we're always focused about moving forward, not about what we lost.
Y'all sound like the victim. You sound like the victim. That's why y'all sensitive about it. That thing must have really hurt y'all. It was just, it was so high profile, and we was embarrassed. He hurt us. I told y'all that's how they felt. He hurt you too. He had hurt us. I don't want to talk about it. I've been seeing my therapist about it. He really made us the 23rd victim. That's how you acting. I think what hurt us the most, it was high profile, and everybody saw it on TV. Ain't nobody calling us. We chased him for a whole year. We been with him through thick and thin. And he did us like this. I don't want to talk about it. We don't even want to talk about it in the building. Mark like, big facts, yo. Now, like, what you talking? What we lost? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm move on. I know a lot of fans don't want to hear this, but come on now.
Chance to add one more. We'll
I'm
do
sorry.
that.
Let me run it back.
Do you feel like that didn't work out, and then moving on from that?
Yeah, the thing about Deshaun, I know it's like a really sensitive matter. Really not going to get into that today, just out of respect for everyone involved. But that's where we're standing. I'm not going to get into it today.
Was it disappointing that it didn't work out?
You know what?
And you like
it's
about
probably
to
more
cry.
high profile than a lot of other times. There's a lot of opportunities that don't work out. It's just how we bounce back and what's next. And we're always focused about moving forward. not about what
What
we
sound
lost.
like Deshaun really victimized them?
On the vetting process, and did you all try to get in touch with any of the victims or the alleged victims?
Good question,
Yeah,
Joe.
I'm not going to go into details today.
Oh, he nervous
but
now.
We did our work.
Oh, you nervous now? Good question, Joe. Slow talking, Joe. He asked, did y'all, in the vetting process, did y'all reach out to the victims? Y'all want to talk to Matt for a second? Wait a second now. Y'all ain't say, no, ask me about the good stuff I've been doing. Ask me about Bozeman. No, we want to know about this. Oh, wait a second. We're not going to talk about it today. We got to get our ducks in a row real quick. Wait a second. We ain't ready yet. Yo, Nails, I appreciate that Cash App too, man. My bad. Wait a second now. We want to talk about it. Wait till we get our stuff in a row. I had to talk to our public relations guy. James Cameron, I appreciate that super chat. Told you we are the newest victim. That's how he acting. I'm thinking he worried about everybody involved. I'm thinking he talking about the victims. He talking about them. That's what it seemed like. I think it was so high profile. That what kind of hurt the most. Did you talk to any of the victims? Wait a second. We ain't want to talk about none of that yet. Man, please. You chased this man for a whole year, and then when they ask you about it, because that's why y'all was ducking. Y'all had all year to talk about why you want Deshaun Watson. When you try to cram Deshaun Watson, this idea of Deshaun Watson down the fans' throat. And now we finally got a chance to catch you in public, and now it's I don't want to talk about it. I plead the fifth, okay? Because I'm going through something. I'm going through something. Did he touch you? Tell somebody so they can tell somebody. Oh.
Scott, where would you rank Kenny Pickett and Malik Willis in last year's quarterback draft class?
Oh my gosh! Now you asking look at it. He done got a little grin now. Ask the hard questions. No, who that just asked that? Talk about where you. No, we was on to some good stuff. Do y'all not know how this Deshaun Watson news had us crippled? Had Panther fans fighting. That's what you should have been asking. And when we finally get on the road, you talk about Kenny Pickett. No. Look at it. He happy we off of that. He's smiling again. No.
I hate to really do that. I don't want to give up too much information prior to the draft because I think it kind of tips our hand. But we like these guys. We obviously like some guys last year as well, but we like this group.
What does the signing of Deontay Foreman do with Christian McCaffrey? How you guys are using him, and then likewise with bringing Xavier Woods for Jeremy Chinn?
I'm excited about what he brings. Last year we had, 3 explosive backs, and I think we needed someone with a little more power, a little more size, and that'll complement us in Christian's run style. And when we need to finish games, when it's 3rd and 1, we can put the big body in and wear guys down and push the pile. So that was an emphasis going into it, is adding that bigger back. And when you go back and look at what Dante did last year, I think he fits that mold of exactly what we were looking for.
Xavier on the other side, kind of what does he allow you guys to do with Chinn?
He's really good from all the information that we have and everything that we know about him. He's really good on the back end communicating. And really last year, that's probably one of the missing links on that in the backfield.
Nah.
There's some communication issues.
I don't like this.
And I think Xavier's going to bring that. And I think if you do that, you can do a lot of different things with Chinn with his versatility. He can drop down, cover tight ends. He can play in the box.
Was Chinn in trade
Burris,
talks?
who we just signed back. I really like our safety group at this point.
The door's still open for Cam. Under what criteria, scenario?
Come on, David.
Could you see Cam on this roster?
I think it has to fit, like I said, both of us. It's not just us saying, hey, Cam, come on back. He's got to want to come back. He's got to like the role and the room and the situation. And so it's really real
quick, let me say this real quick. Y'all see how quickly, let me tell y'all, it's some plants in there. I don't even like talk like this, like it's some type of conspiracy. I don't even like talking like that. But y'all saw what happened. They changed up them questions so fast by some dudes I ain't never heard that dude that first asked about Kenny Pickett. Like, I ain't never heard him ask no questions. Now all of a sudden he want to throw these softball questions when we was getting down into some stuff. Joe asked the hard questions. David Newton, you can tell he trying to bring it back. Like, look, we need to hit some stuff. We ain't heard from y'all in months. You gonna ask them about Kenny Pickett and Deontay Foreman. Nobody don't care about them. They might not even make the daggone roster. Deontay Foreman might not even make the roster. What y'all talking about? Ask the hard questions. You gonna put them in there so they can, look, we gotta throw them off.
Just kind of a fit for both of us. And like I said, the door is open. Love to add someone with his leadership, his toughness. He brought so much to this team last year and stabilized us during a really hard time. And I think he's a really special person.
What would that role be if you did come back?
Good question.
As a backup?
I think anyone you bring in, you're competing. The best player is going to play.
Good answer.
Scott, you said last year you didn't want to get in the habit of doing a lot of restructuring.
Yeah.
You just didn't want to kick that can. You guys did a number of them again this year.
Mm-hmm.
And why was that important? And it looks like left you kind of behind the 8 ball towards next year's cap. Will that be prohibitive next year?
Well, I think there's two things that go into it. I think we expect the cap to go up next year. And then number two is the flexibility that it gives us this year. The ability to go out and plug all these holes that we had, build the depth on our roster, stabilize this offensive and defensive line, which I said, we're really excited about what we've done. And then during the season, it gives us the flexibility to make the trades. Guys will look to unload contracts midway through. And we were very active during the season, and we want that flexibility. And then if a player pops at some point, we have the room to fit him in this year. And we do hate to kick the can down the road, like you say. But this was a very kind of thought out process of why we did this year.
Okay.
Does it kind of go to the moves we saw you make last year, that every year you feel like your window's open, kind of, so to speak?
Our whole goal is to win the NFC South every year. We want to compete every year. And I think that's a mindset that we take. I think we're, 2 steps closer this year.
Not like this. Don't do that. Not like this. I know. Like I tell y'all, Scott don't know how to lie. He don't. I know you just sit up here and say, your goal is to win the NFC South. Jesus. No. Not like this. Don't do me don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, because you can win the NFC South with an 8 and 9. No. Don't do this. I can't. I don't do me like this.
Year, not just 1 step. I think we're 2 steps closer to, really.
And look, I know people gonna say that's the short-term goal, Pat. That's the short-term goal, Pat. Man, I don't care, man. I want a freaking Super Bowl, man. We won the NFC South 3 years in a row, and they ain't did nothing for us. What the heck? What are you talking about? I'm telling you, I'm just be humble. My goal is to win the NFC South. If we can just finish second, Lord, I would just be so happy with my guys. I'd be happy with what. Man, there's teams out here creating dynasties, going to the playoff every year, going to back-to-back Super Bowls, and I just want to, can we win the South one time? We just want to beat the Falcons. Y'all just don't understand, man. I know a lot of fans, they be like, I hate the Falcons. I hate the Saints. I hate that. Bro, let me tell you something. I'm so far going off of there, man. I want my team up here the way we ain't even thinking about them like that. Because I promise you, they ain't even thinking about us. Because they got championships. Daggone Tampa Bay Marks got 2 daggone Super Bowls. You think they worried about us catching up with them? That's what I'm trying to get at. I just want, this man, look at this daggone man face. I just want to win the South. At least I can say I did something good. Man. Pat, you got to think about short term. Man, I ain't about to get on here and tell y'all I want to win the NFC South. That man can't lie. Learn how to lie. Better.
Competing for this NFC South. And so with all the guys we brought in, I think we're right there. If we can get the quarterback position stabilized, we're going to be competing for it.
Yo, and the sad part about this man said, once we can get the QB position straight, then we're going to be competing for the NFC South. Like, we ain't even competing right now because we got Sam freaking Darnold. Y'all pay attention now. I don't want nobody to get on here saying, Pat, we needed this one move. We are so far away from a Super Bowl, man. Let me tell you something. I don't care about winning no freaking NFC South, bro. We done did that. Okay? You could at least say I want to win the NFC. Like, at least say that. At the least, I want to go to the Super Bowl. I want to take this team to a Super Bowl. I'm freaking hungry, man. I just want to win the NFC South. And if whatever happened after that, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. What's that? Oh. Soundhaven said, Pat, you know doggone well we can't win no Super Bowl right now. I don't care. I'm trying to build a team that can win a Super Bowl. Just want to win the NFC South. Joe Bonilla, what's up with you? Man. What's up with you? Fishbowl EL was 1829. What's going on with you? My man's you my boy Blue. What's up with you? Panthers Pickle. What's up with you?
Obviously, he got a lot of money. I'm happy for Hassan. I mean, he's a special player. We went back and got Marquise Haynes, and we're expecting Frankie Louvu and all those guys to step up and take that role. You know, it's a good opportunity for those guys. And we've seen them do it in glimpses. And I think the more they play, the longer they play and develop their technique, the better they're going to be.
How much different will it be in terms of how you deploy that defensive front as opposed to just expecting those couple of guys to replace what?
Yeah, I think, Coach Snow will have a pretty good idea. I don't want to get too far into that. I'll let the coaches speak on that. But they're going to put them in a position where they can make plays and single them up and let them use their athleticism to win.
The edge rusher you talked about possibly adding, would that be potentially a starting caliber edge rusher y'all are looking for?
Good question, John.
Yeah, it could be an edge rusher. It could be a 5-tech. To add one more body on that defensive line would be a significant upgrade.
Kind of a twofold question. Have you ever seen an offseason like this in the NFL? It's so crazy. And how tough is it to stay pat and be diligent and keep your discipline and not like panic as you see guys moving everywhere?
Yeah, I think this is probably one of the wilder off season, especially with the quarterbacks and all the big moves. I do think we were aggressive. I think we've acquired a lot of good players on this roster. But you do have to be disciplined. You have to do your work, and you have to not just be reactive and jump at something. You have to really know what the landscape is, what's happening next, who are the quarterbacks, who are these pass rushers that may go, and then make the smart decision at that time to pursue it. So you do need discipline.
The time you spent pursuing Watson, impact, missing out on any players that you might have gone after?
No,
Good
they're
question.
independent of each other. And that's what having some of that cap room, those restructures allowed us to do. We could still do business over here while you went down that road.
Scott, how much cap room do you guys have left, and do you plan on using that before the draft, maybe waiting until training camp to see if any players are cut? Like, how much do you have left, and how much do you want to use?
Well, without giving like a specific number, it's still very fluid. I've told multiple guys in here, we hold money back. You know, you may sit there and look at a number on the sport track and all these things. We hold $9 million back for, the draft picks. We hold several more million back for injuries and signing guys during the season. So we do have some money, and we're ready to make a move if something happens, and there's an opportunity out there.
You guys still talking to Gilmore?
Yeah, matter of fact, Dan Morgan and I and our wives were at dinner, was it last Friday night, and Steph came up and met us and brought his son up, and we just had dinner and we talked, and the door's still open.
Was that a planned deal or just sort of?
No, it was just right up the street, and he had just gotten into town, and it was kind of a random meeting, and he came up and we talked, and it was a really good talk, and much like Cam, he's looking for the right situation, and these guys are highly competitive guys. They want to start, they want to win, they want to compete at the highest level. But the door's open for us.
Scott, you said Sam is quote in the lead for the starting job. What things are you guys in particular having him work on that you want to see him improve before next season?
Well, I think once Coach McAdoo gets with him, they've been talking by phone. We haven't spent a lot of time with him yet, like in classrooms or anything, just because you're not allowed at this point. A lot of it will be, speeding up the processing, the processing and getting the ball out quick, eliminating some pre-snap, reads. You can do some things that way. Just making the right decision, just growing as a quarterback. And Ben has a history of developing quarterbacks, whether it was Green Bay in New York, and we plan on him doing that with Sam.
You may have said the answer to this, so I apologize if you did, but do you view any of the quarterbacks as day one starters in the draft, or do you think that they'll take some time to have them develop? Yeah,
without giving away too much draft information, I think all these guys are capable of being starters. I think once you get them, you develop a plan of how you want to deal with them. And we're starting that process now. Hey, what can we do? Ideally, every quarterback, no matter what it would be, whoever it is, would sit, a little while and learn. However, when it's time, and they'll let you know.
We saw some pretty hurt feelings among some other teams that pursued Watson. you have to kind of call Sam?
wanna talk about
or
it.
Matt? How did those conversations go?
No, we haven't talked to Sam since then. I know he's been in the building. I know Ben's met with him and Matt's met with him. I didn't call him. This is just part of being a pro and part of the process. And Sam.
Poor little Sam, man. He just wrestling with his own little thoughts. Oh man. Oh man. He said, I ain't talked to him. Ain't nothing to talk about. He know what's up. He know what's up. Ain't nothing to talk about.
Sam would be the first to tell you he needs to, play good quality football, and that's what we're going to do with him. We're going to get him to that level.
What are your thoughts about the NFC South right now with all the movements in the quarterback in New Orleans? I guess Winston again, but coming back and the situation going on in Atlanta. What's your views right now of the NFC South?
I think obviously Tom Brady coming back threw a curveball at us. I think as long as we get our team right, we're going to compete for it. Like I
Right.
said, our goal is to compete for the NFC South.
on, then.
And we're going to give it every shot we have. It doesn't matter what the other teams are doing. It's just we're going to focus on our team and getting ourselves right and
Yeah.
get us in a position where we can win consistently.
Come on now.
Any quarterbacks in free agency or trade still out there that you guys would be interested in?
We're monitoring that. Nothing that we're going to do immediately.
Speaking of the NFC South, when you guys are all going after a high-profile player like Deshaun Watson, was that due for negotiations with you, ramp it up, make it, emphasize more trying to get that player? Was it due when you're competing within your division for a higher-profile player like that?
I ain't heard nothing he said.
You do see that. Like some players are attracted, like when you go after it. The one thing I've learned through this process of, talking to a lot of agents, they like the aggressiveness that we have. They like that we're going for it. They like the fact we have an owner that's aggressive.
Oh man, you know what? That kind of does, give a lot of people confirmation on this is pitiful, man. Like this is pitiful. And we know what the situation he's talking about. He talking about Deshaun Watson, okay? Because this really the only play they really, really went hard at like this, I'm guessing. But this is confirmation that a lot of fans believe that the reason we could get Deshaun is because we were basically so aggressive at going at him. Like we really, really, really wanted him. And basically the agent said, oh man, I like that y'all really like him. Yeah, we really want him. And they like that. But y'all look pitiful out there, man. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all look pitiful. They say they like when we aggressive like that. Everybody aggressive, man. That's something they probably told you.
They know this is a great place to live and a place that should be very desirable and a place people want to be.
Y'all, look. He's saying the same thing. You don't watch my videos, huh, Fit? Okay? You ain't watching my videos. Okay? Everybody don't like Charlotte like you like Charlotte. Why everybody don't want to be here? This is an awesome place to live. Yeah, you're right, but there's some other places to live too. Shoot. That man went to Cleveland. I ain't never heard nobody say we're going on vacation in Cleveland. That's something they tell you, man. Wake up, open your eyes.
So that's one thing. That's one of the feedback or some of the feedback that I've gotten.
Yeah.
But I'm excited, like I said, about where this is at.
Scott, how much more complicated is the GM's job now that there are multiple instances of players kind of dictating where they want to go and kind of almost that NBA model, people
Right.
say. How much more difficult does that make what you do?
It does. What it makes you do is have a more personal relationship with the players. Be able to be on the front end of it and kind of be proactive about it. And, kind of if there's an issue that's brewing, eliminate that. Or at least try to communicate the best you can about what's going on. And that you are seeing that a lot more often. And that's why you see some of these bigger trades as well, and they can dictate where they want to go, especially if you have a no-trade clause. So you have to be smart about how you structure contracts. You have to be, like I said, really tuned into the player, and you also have to have a lot of contacts around the NFL. If it does fall apart, you have to be able to be ready to move.
I think you said these agents have been impressed with the fact y'all are going for it.
Right.
So how do you kind of weigh that as you look at a potential quarterback in the draft from a class that a lot of people don't think is real strong versus making a move on one of the few remaining veteran quarterbacks still out there?
No, I think our whole focus is to get the whole team right. I think last year we came in, kind of reset that defense and built that defense. We added some pieces this year. We've rebuilt this offense. We have much better offensive line. We've got the running backs. We've got the skill position at receiver. Eventually, it's going to get to a point where you can drop a quarterback in and you guys just take off. And that's what we're building towards. And I think we're a lot closer this year than we have been in the last year or two.
Are the guys you saw this week of that ability that you can just drop in like that?
I'd love to be able to say that.
You almost got him.
Protect our team a little bit with the.
Joe, you almost got him. You almost got him because you get him talking. He gonna tell the truth. Joe, you did the right thing. You just asked that question in a different way. You almost got him. He wanna say it. Look at it. Look at his face. He wanna say it. You almost got him, Joe.
Information about those specific players, but ideally, if you have a young guy that you can drop in there, that's the most cost-efficient way to do it. Surround them with veteran talent. Have a young quarterback on a cost-efficient contract. That's a great way to build a team. We did that in Seattle. That's probably the right way to build it. Draft and develop, and that'd be a really good plan for us moving forward. But we're open to all options.
Any more trips planned to visit college players or pro days or interview players in person in the next couple weeks?
We're going to bring in 30 players. I'm sure we'll bring in, I know we're going to bring in more quarterbacks, more tackles. We're going to visit with them. This is a real ongoing process for us. This isn't like, okay, we went to a pro day, we did the tape, we visited with them, we're shutting the book, we can make a decision. We're going to bring this all the way up to the draft. We're going to keep learning about these guys, who they are, how they process, how they think, what's their makeup, and that's what we're going to do for the next month or so.
From the standpoint of building the complete team you're talking about, was it a good thing then not to get Watson from that standpoint?
Come on, David.
That's a good question. I think we would have done a lot of these moves with him.
You's a liar. That's why you couldn't even get it out. You couldn't even get it out. You a liar. David Newton, you get a fire flame. You get a fire flame for that question. You couldn't even, we would have made a lot of these moves. You couldn't have did that paying that man no $200 million.
Had we acquired him, like I said, we were operating independently. So a lot of these moves would have taken place.
Why they didn't take place until after Deshaun told y'all no? Why didn't, listen, and see, y'all don't pay attention to stuff like this. It wasn't until Deshaun said no that we took off. Signing Bozeman and all them people. Hecker. Who else we ended up signing after he said no? It wasn't until after then. Why you ain't just go ahead and do it and get Panther fans hyped?
The one thing I tell you what, two of the things I was really excited about is bringing back, DJ and signing Dante. Like, that's what we want to do as an organization, is draft, develop, and then if they do it the right way and they come out and they perform, we're going to reward them and keep them here. These are the guys that we want in the building. I think there's a history of that. Prior to me ever being here, this is, Mr. Tepper and Matt Rule, when they did it with McCaffrey, and, we've done it. We did it last year. We did it this year.
Don't bring up please don't ask no more Deshaun Watson questions, because he gets so uncomfortable. This man, I'll be honest, I don't know what happened to them. I feel like after Deshaun told them no, they all went into the building and just started crying. And like, this man gets so emotional about this guy, man. Like, he just, gosh, don't ask him no more questions about Deshaun.
We'd love to be able to do that going forward, as long as we manage the money right. We want to take care of our own guys.
We'll do a couple more. Is Brian Burns kind of like the next thing of that ilk, or is there just more on the table as far as that goes?
Yeah, there's always more on the table, but Brian would be one of those priorities, like, moving forward.
Okay.
He's the guy that's come out and produced for us. I really like the kind of the leader he's becoming and the man he is. So he would be, you know, one of those guys that we'll definitely try to work on.
Is Glenn to pick up a fifth-year option on him?
Yeah,
Scott, now that you've
Ooh,
had a
hold on, what'd I
year
miss?
to team,
What'd he
he
say?
is. So he would be, you know, one of those guys that we'll definitely try to work on.
Is Glenn to pick up a fifth-year option on him?
Yeah.
Scott, now that you've had a
Something about a fifth-year option on him.
to team build with Matt, what have you learned about the way Matt wants to build a team and how that aligns with your vision of doing so?
That's a good question.
I think we're very aligned. You know, we believe in building it up front. You know, we want to build it on defense, but
This a note. I hate to be doing. I told you so. 'Cause I ain't trying to do. I told you so. I promise y'all. Okay. But this a note. He said him and Matt are very aligned. Okay. So please stop with Matt think one way, tearing up the team. I'm sorry. Yeah, Matt think one way, tearing up the team. Fitterer think one way. He make the team better. They working together. They agree on this stuff. Everything they doing, they working as a team. It's in Matt contract. He got the final say so unless the say so is good for the team. The say so he make be bad. All the other say so's is Fitterer. Come on, y'all. Don't make me do this. Appreciate that, Mr. Clean.
offense and defensive line, and obviously quarterback is a part of this. But he's very aggressive, and I think that fits my nature as well. We're aggressive as a staff, as an organization. That's our philosophy.
That's what we
you know,
do.
And I think a lot of that comes down from the top. You know, it's Mr. and Mrs. Tepper. Like, let's go. Let's build this the right way, and let's be aggressive about how we do this.
Yeah.
You're not quite there yet. We kind of saw this happen in Seattle, and you just mentioned it. Like building a team is easiest and best with a young quarterback because you're on his rookie salary. But there's also like 12 quarterbacks in the NFL that are really good, and therefore they're now commanding like $500 million. So how do you get a quarterback, keep a quarterback, pay a quarterback, and then build a roster around him? And what's that philosophy for you guys?
You know, I think every time, like, if you draft one they're there for 5 years, and all of a sudden you're paying them, right now, what is it, $40-50 million a year? That's a huge amount of your cap space. So where are you going to take from to build your team? And so you have to be very strategic about who you sign back. And, you know, there's obviously value of position. Like, you want to keep your left tackle, you want to keep your pass rushers. But there are times you have to go cost efficient on certain positions. And, you know, I think some teams, you know, you can take from, like, say, guard or linebacker. But you have to be smart about how you spend your money. And it really does limit what you can do. So
Just
obviously that rookie quarterback is huge.
Just stop.
Is that good or bad for the sport?
Right. You messing up. You
It's hard
messing up.
for me.
See what I'm saying?
I don't know if it's good. You know, it's good for the players. You reward the guys who perform for you. That's a hard question to answer.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to say it's.
Stop.
I'd like to say it's hard.
You don't know.
But it's.
That was loaded.
That's a tough one
Yeah, it's loaded.
because it just eats up so much of your cap space and eats up so many resources. It's hard to do. All right. Thank you.
Scott, you still got a long way to go, big dog. You know what I'm saying? You doing all right. You just got a long way to go, man. You got a long way to go. You giving up a lot of stuff. You talking too much. You know what I'm saying? On that last question, you should have just been like, hey, man, you just got to work with it. If you got somebody, a franchise quarterback, you got to pay that quarterback regardless, and you just got to work with it. That's all you had to say. You up there talking about, so if you do stuff like that, you got to take from other positions, so you could take from the guard. You start talking too much. You needed a Snickers. You can't take from the guard because you don't really need them like that, so you could get a budget of guard or something like. You doing too much, dog. You just say the wrong thing. Stop, man. Stop, man, please. Let's see. P Nuttio, what's going on with you? Heath Allen, what's going on with you, man? Akil Lutez, what's going on with you? Y'all, look here, man. Shout out to Scott Fitterer, man. I know I said a lot of stuff like really criticizing this man, but that's what I got to do, man. I ain't about to sit up here and be like all the other Panther fans. Yeah, man, Scott, you saying all the right stuff when the truth is no, it ain't. No, it ain't, man. That whole interview should have been about that whole Deshaun Watson mess. That's what I care about. Nobody don't care about these signings, man. You know what I'm saying? The only real splash signing, I probably would say Bozeman, Hecker. That was a good signing. All this other stuff was filler. You know what I'm saying? Hassan Reddick gone. You know what I mean? Like, you really ain't got nobody that'll replace Hassan Reddick. You can talk about Marquise Haynes. Shout out to Marquise Haynes. I love Marquise Haynes. I'm glad we got him back. We ain't no daggone what's the dude's name? Hassan Reddick. You still ain't replaced Hassan Reddick. You know what I'm saying? So this whole thing, cause we ain't seen them in months. Always heard they was chasing a potential sex offender. That's all we heard. All like, what the heck going on? We really in it? We heard rumors. And then when we get in there to ask you about it, oh, we don't want to talk about it. It's such a sensitive subject. How it's sensitive? You was the front runner for this man. Now all of a sudden, oh, we don't want to talk about it. We want to kind of just push it to the back. Nah, man, y'all better pay attention, y'all. Y'all better pay attention. My man, Keeb, from Nine Line Panther Podcast. Keeb, man, I appreciate that, dog. And put my mans up here, too. Yo, Nails. I appreciate that cash app. Yeah, man. That's what I got to do. This is what I got to do. Corbett was a good signing too, but it ain't no like, oh, splash, splittity splash. And they, as you see, they ain't even really asked about that. Y'all, they was asking about just, I feel like these was softball questions. Everybody was excited to talk to Scott Fitterer. Scott Fitterer wanting to get in front of the camera. That's how he is. I don't know if y'all noticed. That's how he is. When he feel like things going good, everybody on the side and stuff, then he want to jump in. Oh yeah, I'm proud of this moment. Who want to ask me some questions? He be so proud. Then they got to talking about this. Well, I don't want to talk about that. Can y'all ask me something else? Because I've been doing some other good stuff. What about offensive line? What about defensive line? Man, please. Ain't nobody calling us. Ain't nobody been calling us. Have you talked to Sam Darnold? After y'all, those reports came out? Heck no. About what? We paying him $18 million. Ain't nothing to talk about. Tell him to go talk to the bank. Don't come talk to me. Go talk to the bank. Shoot. B Diva 890, what's up with you, girl? Appreciate you checking in. Appreciate you checking in on your busy day. Mike Hall, what's up with you? Panthers Rule. My man's Joe Clarity. Mike Hall says, they always asking dumb questions. They definitely ask some dumb questions. I'm gonna be honest with you. David Newton stepped up. Daggone Joe Person stepped up. Like, ask the real questions. I don't know who else. And Jonathan Alexander, I think I heard him ask some okay questions. But it's like, man, what are y'all talking about? Ask him, run this man off the daggone podium. Our goal is to win the NFC South, and if we can do that, if God see fit that we win the NFC South, I'll be happy. Man, bump that. And I know a lot of people say, Pat, we really ain't gonna win no NFC South, but that's the most, tangible goal. But still, I ain't gonna get up here and I'm trying to build a championship team. My man Chappelle L843, what's going on with you? Tone Westwood, what's going on with you? Why Big Jordan says, why would we call Sam? He needs to give us Hassan's money back. This boy $2 so we can pay Hassan. Dude, that's the only time. Look, that's the only time we can talk. Call us three-way on the bank and transfer some of our money back. If you ain't trying to do that, ain't nothing to talk about. You just QB death now. They said, oh, that was the only reason why we brought Sam on here, just to bring him along. We traded away a second and a fourth and whatever pick else, just to bring him along. That was the whole plan. We wanted a backup quarterback. He looked like one of the best. He looked like one of the best backup quarterbacks. What the Colts traded for Mark Ryan? What the Colts traded? It's a daggone shame. Laser eyes Scott Fitterer. Man, shoot. Charles Lemon says, I think Desmond Ritter might be our guy. We can get later on and grab other stuff. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, yo. I like that idea too because we can't lose focus. Okay? We can't lose focus. The priority is still the offensive line, man. I know these QBs. It sound good. You know what I mean? And I said, if they would have been able to get somebody like Armstead or Fisher or something like that, then we definitely go quarterback. But if we miss out on Willis, if we miss out on a top QB, then the offensive line, I'm telling y'all, we still need to go offensive line. It could still be some premier left tackles available, and I feel like that's the way we need to go. And we could probably, like my man said, go after somebody like Desmond Ritter. But to be honest with you, it sounds like I said, he talked too much. He get to talking too much. When they asked him, have y'all been out to dinner with anybody? Have y'all been out to dinner with anybody? He said, we tried to get in touch with Corral. That might be their guy because he done gave away the secret. He done gave away the secret. He ain't say, oh yeah, we tried to get in touch with Malik or Kenny Pickett and nothing like. He said we tried to get in touch with Corral. That was the first person he could think of. Take note. Shoot. Take note. My man's James E. Appreciate that super chat, my guy. The Panthers are the pit stop when you need to prove to the league you still got it. That's what it's been that would look like last season. Shoot. For real. And that's why I was trying to tell folks, man, you get a name. If you get a name here and they come here and they actually show up, they be like, oh, I'm out of here. I look like signing with y'all. I'm good now. They said you talked to Gilmore. He's like, why y'all ain't bringing Gilmore back? We did talk to him. Me and Dan Morgan, we was with our wives eating, and he showed up with his child. But like Cam, he want to win. He want the right situation. Everybody don't like Bojangles like you like Bojangles. I hear it's a good place. The agents tell me it's a good place to live. I hear it's a good place to live. When I said that, I saw somebody, I had highlighted the comment. Somebody said Charlotte is a wonderful place for families. And I agree. But guess what? Deshaun Watson ain't got no family, man. Okay. Them young players like that, a lot of them young players, that's why we be getting these dudes that's about to retire, got 5 kids. Okay, their retirement about to kick in. Cause they ready to retire. That's why we get them players. On a cheap budget. Oh yeah. I'm tired. I gotta get my kids to school. Do the buses run on time? Yeah, they do. You wanna come here? Well, I'll move there. Y'all not gonna get no young free agent in his prime who ready to turn up. Felipe Cardona says Corral is battle tested in the tough SEC. I'm tripping. I just started watching some film on him. I think he dope. Like, yeah, he do got a little bit of serial killer in him. I like Matt Corral. I'm be honest. I like all the QBs. Okay, all the top QBs. Which one I want with the team? I ain't made my choice yet. Of course, Malik Willis still at the top for me. But I like Matt Corral. I'm be honest. I like Desmond Ritter too. I like all of them. I like all of them. You know what I'm saying? So my feelings ain't gonna be hurt. My feelings will not be hurt. My feelings gonna be hurt if you do something dumb and pick up another DB. I tell you that much. I dare you to do that. I double dog dare you. I double dog dare you. Mike Hall says we was not giving Watson $230 million. We wasn't even trying to give Watson. We was not even trying to give him his 3rd or 4th years, like 3 or 4 years. We didn't even try to give him that. We wouldn't even try to give him that. They really thought they was gonna get Watson off because Charlotte got a Bojangle. They really thought they was gonna be able to get Watson because they chased him for a whole year. What was that agent telling y'all? He really like y'all. He really like y'all because y'all so aggressive. Man, that agent was using y'all. Using y'all. Keep on. Yeah, keep on. Come on. He like y'all. Matter of fact, Leak some news that y'all trying to get him, so he'll know that y'all really like him. Not knowing he uses y'all as bait to make y'all look dumb, to make y'all look like ain't nothing wrong with chasing after a possible sex offender. They was using y'all. That man got them freedom papers and be like, who is you again? But you had said we was chasing you so good. Okay, give me $230 million. We ain't got it. We ain't got it. We paying Sam Darnold $18 million. What you want from us? I want $230 million, and I want a longer contract. That ain't how things work in the South. I can't get that approved by the Southern Mafia paying you that much, brother. We can't pay no brothers no money like that. What I look like? And why you doing this to me? That man went back home and started crying. We can't talk about it no more. We're just so sensitive. I don't want to even talk about it. Just the parties. Yeah, because you got female Panther fans who didn't want that mess. Now all of a sudden, we so sensitive. We sent them out sweaters that said female women of the Panthers. We was hoping that'd be enough, but we don't want to talk about it. He hurt us. We've been in contact with Busby. We gonna get in on that lawsuit. Let's see. Machiavelli, what's going on with you? He said, you didn't hear we trading up to get Sauce Gardner. Man, let me tell you, I dare them. Pretty please do it. Pretty please. Pretty please. I be needing the stuff to talk about, man. Okay. Pretty please. Pretty please. Trade. Please. Pretty please get a trade. Sauce Gardner. Pretty please. I'm begging you. Please do it. Please do it. Right, Moni. They didn't want to pick up his third and fourth years. They chased that man and didn't want to give nothing. They thought it was going. They must have forgot that the man charges was dropped. They thought they was gonna be able to get him on some old boo boo the fool contract because they thought he wasn't worth nothing. They thought he wasn't worth nothing. They thought he wasn't gonna be able to worth nothing. So they thought they was gonna be able to get over on him. They thought they was gonna make him play for peanuts, cause he damaged goods. They're like, oh yeah, he got a criminal record. Yeah, we got him. That's a different type of criminal though. So that's pretty much it, y'all. I think I've been on here too long. I really just want to talk about that video. I appreciate everybody who checked in with the kid. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I am retired. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. And don't go tell people Pat ain't retired. And we go and tell people. I see people call me Pat Brady and all. Don't do me like that, man. Don't do me like that. Okay? I'm almost done. I promise. I'm almost done. But I had to give my commentary on that video. I knew he was gonna say some mess. Even though it wasn't as much mess as I thought he was gonna say. I knew he was gonna say something. And I had to give my feedback on that, y'all. That's pretty much it, y'all. Panther fans, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Make sure y'all hit the notification bell, because as you can see, I might be retired, but I still randomly be going live whenever I get the urge to. And look, some fans have told me that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Some Panther brethren and sisterins done told me, it's cool, Pat. You could do it. You know what I'm saying? You could do it. Look at, see what I'm saying? Then Fishbowl called me Pat Favre. Don't do me like this, man. Not like this. Where's my not like? Don't do me like this. I didn't. I'm trying. I'm trying to move on, man. Okay? Don't do me like this. Why? I ain't got nothing else to do. Okay? I just be sitting up there. I be sitting in my room And then I look over and I got a whole streaming setup that I ain't even took down yet. And I'm just like, Pat, you might as well. It be talking to me, Pat, you might as well just hit the live button. What else you got to do? You already playing for key eCam, so you better use it. You might as well, man. Y'all, I appreciate y'all. Again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Hit me up on Twitter at Pat Coltrane. Hit me up on Facebook, facebook.com/Pat Coltrane, man. I appreciate all the super chats. Oh, hold on. Let me run these credits real quick. It's been a while since I did that. Let me run these credits, man. Let me run this. Let me run this real quick, y'all. Yo, it's Friday. It's Friday. Turn up. Oh, real quick, and I don't need to see this. I want to give a big happy birthday shout out to my mama. Huh? Happy birthday to my mom. The day is her birthday. I ain't gonna tell y'all how old she is. You hear me? But happy birthday to that lady. She real young. You hear me? We gonna turn up one time for her. We gonna turn up one time for her. Happy birthday to your mama. You hear me? Let me look for these. Look for these credits. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend, man. Huh? Be happy, man. Life is good. God is good. You hear me? Get these credits going. There we go. Take this not like this. You hear me? You hear me? Y'all hit that like button on y'all way out. Them is free. Shout out to everybody with the super chat. Shout out to my man's Yo Nails, my man's Key with 9 Line Panther Podcast. Make sure y'all go subscribe to them. They next up. I'm telling y'all. Anything you want to complain about, go tell Keeb. He gonna help you out. You hear me? Y'all enjoy y'all weekend, man. You know what I'm saying? Turn up one time for your boy. You know what I'm saying? Be happy. Be happy. Appreciate that. Appreciate them birthday shout outs. 1, 2. Panthers Rule. Priscilla. EL was 1829. Nick N. Yo Nails. Yeah. Panthers Rule. Don't do me like that. Pretty please. Pretty please. Pretty please. Panthers gonna be all right, man. I'm gonna say this. I think we might not be where I want us to be, but I think we much better. I think right now we looking much better. You hear me? All right, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. I'm gone.